Hello all, I am Meenakshi, Assistant Professor of Department of Computer Applications in Rovini College of Engineering and Technologies. In this video, we saw the concept of Android SDK. Android SDK stands for Android Software Development Kit, which is developed by Google for Android platform. With the help of Android SDK, we can create Android apps easily. In software development, an SDK is a collection of tools, libraries, and instructions that help developers in developing software application. SDK is like a toolkit that include pre-built component and guidelines to help developers develop software for a given platform or programming environment. This increases the speed of the development process and make sure the software function properly with the technology chosen. Components of SDK. SDK consists of several key components that offer developers the tools and resources they need to create applications for a specific platform or framework. We have the 5 basic key components: libraries, application programming interfaces, integrated development environment (IDE), testing tools, and documentations. Commonly used SDKs are Android SDK, .NET SDK, Google Cloud SDK, iOS SDK, Java Development Kit, Microsoft Windows SDK, Node.js. Libraries. Libraries are predefined code modules or functions that are developed to do common tasks. Libraries save the time and effort for developers as they don't have to write code from scratch. Libraries provide reusable components for various functionalities. The next basic component is IDE, Integrated Development Environment. Is a software that combines commonly used developer tools into the compact guide applications. It is a combination of tools like a code editor, code compiler, and code debugger with an integrated terminal. The next component is API, an application programming interface, is a software interface that helps in connecting between the computer or between computer programs. Documentations. Comprehensive documentation is crucial for developers to understand how to use the SDK effectively. It includes guides, references, manual, and examples that explain the SDK's features, functionalities, and best practices. The last important component is testing tools and compiler. Testing tools contain components like debugger that help developers in finding the coding error at various stages of software development. Difference between SDK and APIs. An SDK and APIs are concepts in software development that are related but perform different functions. An SDK is a comprehensive package that contains a collection of tools, libraries, and documentations to help developers create applications for a given platform. It provides a full platform for developing software, often including APIs, but also include document tools, examples code, and other resources. An API, on the other hand, is a set of rules and protocols that allow various software programs to connect. APIs define how different software components should communicate with one another, allowing developers to access particular features or services without searching into a underlying code. How to use an SDKs. Developers use a variety of SDKs to develop applications that are specialized to specific platforms or technologies. An iOS SDK is required for iOS app development, whereas an Android SDK is required for Android app development. Companies often use the open source .NET SDK, which is maintained by Microsoft for large-scale software as a services applications. Other popular SDKs include the Google Cloud SDK, Microsoft Windows SDK, Java Development Kit, Node.js SDK. The process of using SDK usually involves 3 key steps: purchase and installations. Developers need to purchase, download, and install a platform-specific SDK relevant to their application's development needs. Development within an IDE, integrated development environment. The development process begins with an IDE to create new application. Developer use a SDKs, APIs, rapid development phase. To accelerate the initial development phase, developer use the instructions, documentations, code samples, and testing tools provided in the SDK. Thank you.